Senator Staples, Declaración de Senator, Senator Platt.
Thank you, Speaker. Honorable Senators, I rise today to say a few words about a terrible tragedy that has occurred in our Senate family. I'm doing this far too often. Our former colleague, Senator Bob Runciman, lost his beloved wife, Jeannette, in a tragic accident in the hospital parking lot in their hometown of Brockville, Ontario, on Thursday afternoon. Bob was with her at the time. Bob and Jeannette would have celebrated their 56th wedding anniversary on March 14th. Bob devoted his life to public service, serving 9 years on City Council, 29 years in the Ontario Legislature, and more than 7 years in the Senate. He had a distinguished career at Queen's Park, serving in numerous senior cabinet posts as interim leader of his party and as House Leader of the official opposition for many years. And many of us remember him as a tremendous asset to this chamber, particularly as the firm but fair chair of the Senate Legal and Constitutional Affairs Committee for several years. Bob always said that his career would not have been possible without the love and support of Jeannette. The political spouse pays a price far greater than most people can comprehend. The time alone, the extra parenting burden because their partner is away, the family events with an empty chair because duty has called. Jeannette Runciman was Bob's rock. She was always there for him. He accepted her counsel above all others. They were a true partnership, a great love story. Barry Raisin, Senator Runciman's longtime policy advisor, said that Jeannette's wicked sense of humor and outgoing personality opened a lot of political doors for Bob, particularly in the early years. She had sound political judgment, and Bob always relied on her advice. Barry said she would often vet speeches that he had written for Bob and make changes for the better. Around the riding, she was often seen cutting ribbons and giving speeches with her beautiful smile and shining personality. Jeannette's environmentalist efforts did not go unnoticed around town, as she worked with local volunteers to collect recyclables prior to the installation of blue boxes. She volunteered with Brockville cleanup crews for many years, as well as volunteering as a teacher's assistant at the local school. After the better part of 4 decades spent in Toronto and Ottawa, Bob was looking forward to properly thanking her for the support she had given him over his political career. They treasured their time together as they finally could enjoy all those special moments that most families take for granted. He loved spending time with Jeannette, their 2 daughters, Sue and Robin, and their families at their cottage in the Thousand Islands. Unfortunately, Jeannette was diagnosed with cancer not long after Bob's retirement, but she was a fighter and an optimist. Her quick wit and lively sense of humor never deserted her. They were determined to enjoy the time they had, confront this challenge together, and live life to its fullest. And then tragedy struck Thursday afternoon around 2 p.m. Honorable Senators, let us all keep Bob, Sue, and Robin in our prayers and hope they will find comfort in the love and support of their friends and family. Thank you.